So to sum up, my goal is that Bitcoin... All right, welcome to Talkin' Investing. I am Tom, and as always, this is not financial advice. Today, I want to talk about Bitcoin and the Bitcoin miners. There's a lot going on. We cover Bitcoin and the Bitcoin miners quite a bit on this channel, so if that is content that you're interested in, please subscribe to the channel. And if you enjoy this video, please smash the like button. A little bit about myself. I have a background in accounting. I was a CPA. I've been trading stocks on a retail basis for a couple of decades now. So what I'm hoping to do is just share my experience with you, and maybe we can all make some money along the way. Okay, so let's take a look at the Bitcoin miner big board first, and then we will go to the chart. Okay, so today I'm going to show a little bit more than I usually do. I have on my watch list 18 Bitcoin miners. There are actually more than that publicly traded in North America, and most of those have now listed themselves on the NASDAQ. There are still a few that are over the counter, and like I said, this is 18. There are more past this, so if you're investing in one and you don't see it on the list, I know there are more out there. So what I wanted to show was this is a very green list today. However, there have been some massive swings throughout the day in the price of these miners. While Bitcoin's been holding in a $600 or $700 range, some of these miners have gone up and down 6 or 7 or 8% throughout the day. So it's been a very bumpy ride. Bit Digital's up 5%, DigiHost is up 8%. New company that we haven't talked about, Wolf, is up 10%. So those seem to be the winners on the day. There are 3 that are red. So what you'll notice is those 3 are 3 of the newer miners. There are several new miners that either via SPAC or IPO have become publicly traded over the last 2 or 3 months. So these are some of the new entries, and we are going to have to go through these on this channel because some of these are quite significant. 2022's big board is going to look a lot different than 2021 if these companies stick to their plans. So Cypher is a classic example. I believe that Cypher is down 1.2% today, continues to go down despite the fact that Bitcoin has found some nice momentum. It's been down each day. Their current hash rate is 0. They raised a massive amount of money through a SPAC. They went public. They have ordered upwards of somewhere between 15 and 19 exahash worth of machines to be delivered over the next year and a half. So super aggressive plans. However, none of it's actually been done yet. And I think that these stocks where the hash rates are very low right now, that are counting on future performance, and I think that's what's happening to Cypher right now. A lot of people have been asking me what is going on with Cypher, and I really think that they have 0 hash rate, 0 Bitcoin mined, and I think that that's being held against them right now, and they're just not participating in this rally at all, even though they were beaten down all the way along the way with all the other Bitcoin miner stocks. They have not yet joined in the rally. Another stock I want to mention is XPDI. That is a SPAC, and they are going to merge with Core Scientific. So I will be doing a video on that, but I just want to make everybody aware. When I say there's some big players coming, Core Scientific already has 6.6 exahash of active Bitcoin mining. They mined over 1,000 Bitcoin in the month of December. So had they already finished their SPAC and merged, they would have been by far more than 2 times bigger than Marathon as far as the number of Bitcoin that they mined in the month of December. So again, over 1,000 Bitcoin in the month of December. So there's some big players coming. We're going to reshuffle the deck. So that's a part of what we're going to be doing over the next month, is taking a look at these 4 or 5 new miners, most of which have huge plans. And we need to factor that in as we try to put a valuation on. For me, I'm looking at these 18 different miners, and the valuations are absolutely all over the place. There's almost no rhyme or reason right now. So while I believe that almost everything on this board, if not everything, is in an oversold situation, the upside potential varies greatly because some of these are slightly oversold and some of these are massively oversold, in my opinion. So with all that said, let's go look at the Bitcoin chart. The first chart I want to look at is on the 1 hour time frame, and this is going to take a look at the last 3 trading days because we've really had some super significant stuff go on, and if it can hold, it will be potentially very positive signal. So where this yellow circle is, That was 9 o'clock in the morning on January 10th, which was Monday. That was 2 days ago. So we candle wicked all the way down to this fairly long-term line of support that we have not visited in many, many months. We have not touched it since. We candle wicked down, touched it, turned right back around, and even on this 1 hour candle managed to close above this line of support at around $40,500. So that line of support had been holding for quite some time. So we kind of had a double whammy here in one candle wick. We tested this line of support, and then we held this line of support. So that was on Monday. So by the end of the day Monday, we were testing this line right here, which has been flipping between support and resistance. And that's at about 42,400. So you can see we bumped into that on the 10th, couldn't break through, and started back down. This is the 11 o'clock candle yesterday. So we had a giant green candle yesterday, and we did break through this line, and we have held it ever since. So you can see we tested it. We bumped along the bottom of this line most of the rest of the day, but it did hold all day. So we turned this line back from resistance into support. So that's the third line we've taken care of in 3 days. Now, today, this is the 8 a.m. candle right here, this large green candle. So you can see this candle went above our line at about 43,600. Even on the hourly candles, we have basically, this one was a real test. It was right on the line, but we have held above this line. If we can spend the rest of the day above this line and hold this as support, we will have had 3 days in a row of creating significant new lines of support on the way up here. So that's starting to feel like a rally. And again, when we zoom out, you're going to see we're still quite a bit stuck in a range. So by no means, is this definitive, but these are very positive signs. So this candle, just for reference, this got above $44,000. This says $44,147. So this candle here just on Monday was at $39,650. So that's almost $4,500 in the last 3 trading days that we are up. So that's a really nice gain. So that's over 10% in the last 3 days. If we can hold on to that, we may be able to use this as a launching point. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. Okay, so this is really just the last couple of weeks. Just those last 2 weeks was over a 23% pullback. And you will see when we zoom out even one more time, this is actually part of a 40% pullback that we, I believe, have bottomed out with and are on the way back up. However, always dangerous to call a bottom. On January 5th, we gapped down that entire distance in one candle. So these are 3-hour candles. So we did not spend any time in here at all. This is like the dead zone. So I feel like if we can hold this line of support, we stand a chance of racing back up to this line and testing this line at 45,700. So that's several thousand points away. But again, we did that in 3 hours on January 5th. So that's the next spot that I'm looking to get. So the question is, can we hold this line of support and run up and test this? Or do we fail this line of support and we've got to take another journey down and test some of these lines before we get back onto the bull run? Okay, zooming out one last time. So this is kind of the entire journey you get to see here. So this red line of support that we were looking at where we hit the bottom on Monday, that line is this line right here. So this is just on a larger time scale. Each one of these candles represents 1 day. So you can see that on September 21st, we hit this low, we pulled back up, and then bottomed out again on September 29th. And then we took our giant ride up from the low to the high. That was around 73%. That was from near the end of September to November 9th. And then, as we all know, the rest of November and all of December was not good. Very small rally here in late December, but it turned right back around, and we got back down to this spot, which was Monday, where you can see we exactly retested this line, which goes all the way back to the beginning of the most recent Bitcoin bull run, or said another way, the end of the last Bitcoin bear run, which was in the month of September. Looking at it on a grander scale, you can see we're starting to get some upward momentum. And again, it's very early, so we don't know where this goes. We could easily go retest this bottom again. But I'm going to zoom back in just to put it in perspective. When you look at it, when you look at just this week, you'll see we really have made massive progress. So to sum up, my goal is that Bitcoin stays above this blue line at 43,594. If we can close a few 4-hour candles above that and hold that line, maybe we can fill this giant gap here that we filled in 3 hours on the way down. So obviously it's taking us more than 3 hours on the way up, but I'm hoping this is a quick trip because again, you can see all the way back through here, we really never spent any time in this range. This 1 3-hour candle took us from one spot to the other. So let's see if we can do the reverse maybe. So I'm not going to look at any mining charts in specific, and the main reason for that is they have been all over the place today. Bitfarms was up as high as 8 or 9%, and then at one point I think it got all the way down to 0. Potentially it was red for a while. Now it's back up to plus 5%, and most of the rest of the miners have taken a similar type of a journey throughout the day. So I think we'll just wait until the day closes. In general, I would say this is a green day. Momentum is in the right direction. We're starting to put some back-to-back green days in a row together, and we have not done that in a long time. So hopefully this is a sign of things to come. So we will check back in tomorrow. That's all I've got for you today on Bitcoin and the Bitcoin miners. So thanks so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video.